Back to the videos, everyone, and today is a really good day because just when I thought the autocross season was over, we're doing one more event here in the middle of November down in Nebraska at Lincoln Air Park, which I've never been to. So I'm gonna go do a course walk and see what this place looks like. Wow, this is fast.
You have no idea. This isn't the fast part. Back in that corner. That's the fast part. You know, are you gonna live? Or are you just gonna crank the wheel and hold the throttle? Probably not the first run.
Come through the slalom here and then just jog over. And then it is wide open through here because you got this clipping point and then you're just flat out, and then you got to get on the brakes over there. This is my first time driving on this course, and this course looks like it's gonna be super fast. It's super wide open. The course isn't gonna be as long time-wise as I thought it would be, but yeah, this thing looks like it's gonna be really fast. This is actually where they host nationals, so I was gonna actually try and volunteer here at nationals this year, but that never, just never panned out.
Yeah, we've had couple of dwarf cars.
Is that what you guys call them?
I think that's what the class is.
I knew them as legends.
Dwarf legends.
Yeah, right there, US legend cars. But it could, I wonder if it depends on the sanctioning body, what they call them. This thing's cool though. I've thought about getting one of these to race because they're they'd probably be really fast, but I don't know if I would fit in one.
They're primarily short track, aren't they?
Yeah, circle track. They got a motorcycle engine in them.
Yeah.
These things are tiny. It's really just like a circle track go-kart is all it is. But
yeah, Autocross, they're listed under F-Mod.
what is this a motor out of? Is that a go-kart motor,
no,
originally, or is it like
snowmobile engine?
Okay. Oh, is it a rotary?
No, it's a Rotex. Is the
Okay.
name of the company. It's Rotex, and then Bombardier bought it, and
Okay.
so it's this is a 494cc two-stroke out of a I think it's a 98 Ski-Doo Formula 500, which I think is where they kind of start and build the class from.
Okay.
When the engine's fully tuned, maybe 110 horsepower.
Jeez.
With my fat
That's
ass
a lot
in
of
there,
power for this thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how much I'm making in my Civic.
Yeah, and with my fat ass in it, this car weighs 800 pounds.
Okay. I was gonna say, this thing doesn't necessarily look like super light. It looks like it's on the heavier side for a go-kart.
A lot of the, well, it's not go-kart. A lot of these
What do you call
Formula
this thing
classes,
then? What do you call this thing then? Just
it's a Formula 500.
Formula 500?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for a go-kart-esque, something of this nature, but it's...
really doesn't have much to do with go-karts.
Right. Yeah, because you got suspension and stuff.
Got
and
suspension, bigger engine.
does it have a transmission, or does it just have a...
CVT.
Okay. But there's no... Is there a clutch, or...
No, it's...
just a centrifugal clutch, or...
So, it's CVT, it's a belt drive.
Okay.
As the engine spins up, there's flyweights in here.
Okay.
That will pull out, and it squeezes this together.
Mm-hmm.
Causes this to spin out. So right now we're sitting around 4 to 1.
Okay.
So this is first gear. When the engine's complete, as the engine spins up and the torque on the wheels starts dropping, it starts shifting, and you end up with a 1-to-1 gear ratio.
Okay.
And you know, it's a 2-stroke, so it spins at about 7,000 RPM.
Yeah. So it comes off the motor here and then goes forward there and then
to
over
the jack shaft and then through this final gear ratio.
Chain drive. Okay. Can you swap out the chain drive for different ratios?
Yeah. On road race cars, that's more of an issue. Autocross, not really.
Okay.
We're pretty much 4.9.
Oh, the ratio?
Final gear ratio.
Okay.
I think is what I'm running at right now. The interesting thing with the class is you're not allowed to have springs or dampeners. There's you're allowed a puck of rubber.
Okay.
Can't be more than twice the diameter or twice the thickness in diameter, and it can be any polymer. So pick a rubber.
Okay. Can it be polyurethane or just has to be rubber?
It has to be. It can be anything.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, you can put steel in there. It's not going to work too well, but
yeah. Okay, so you could use like Delrin or whatever.
Yeah, and you can play around with your spring rates that way. On the rear, I've got some preload on here, so that's affecting, increases the spring rate a little bit.
Okay. But, well, so what are these then? Is there rubber inside that
So I've got
cylinder?
2 cones that meet together, and there's a piece of rubber in between.
Okay. That's interesting. Did you like build that yourself then, or?
I bought it this way.
Okay.
I'm going to replace them.
Okay.
I'm just going to. What I've got right now is a full custom setup. You got to buy sheets of rubber and cut them, and that's a giant pain in the ass.
Is there
I'm
like?
just going to get some bump stops.
Okay. Is
There's
there
places that make bump stops that are class legal?
Okay. Why do they not allow like dampers and coils? Like what?
The goal is to keep the cost down. So I don't.
So it's not pay to win, basically.
Yeah. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Differentials are expensive. When you get into actual damping, where you're adjusting your bump and rebound rates, that gets expensive.
Yeah.
You know, springs can get expensive.
It's crazy what a good set of coilers like on a car is, and I'm sure on here it's expensive.
If they were to open up everything, you know, you could probably add $5,000 to this without even thinking about it.
Oh yeah. How much can you pick one of these up for, like used, like a decent one, a running and driving, like good one?
So I picked this up for $3,500.
Okay.
It's a bit of a train wreck. It's got more issues than National Geographic.
Yeah.
But I bought it with that in mind.
Yeah.
You know, you go race C Street, you can't do anything to your car. You can't play with it at all.
Yup.
Of course, on the other hand, C Street never fails. You just show and drive.
Right.
This thing, I'm constantly fixing something.
Mm-hmm.
A well dialed in, well, the car that won the championship this year, he's selling the whole rig, trailer and everything, for $20,000.
Jeez.
So that's a turnkey, but actually, that might actually include. I don't remember what that all did. Yeah, it's the trailer.
Okay.
It's not the van, but it's a trailer, and you know, so they're not expensive cars.
No. it's really cool when you go to like other events and other venues and different sanctioning groups, and you kind of get to see how different people run things. And one of the things that these guys do that I've never seen anywhere else is when we line up in grid, you actually have a numbered row. So yeah, each car has a place, whereas everywhere else I've been, it's free for all. You just get to pick where you go. Right now they're sending out the novices for the parade laps, and then we will be underway. Alright, well, initial impressions after my first run, there's a ton of grip out there. Like, I don't know that I've ever felt grip like that. So I don't think I'm gonna mess with the tire pressures for now. Also, I just need to get my line down. I didn't have the GoPro running, but I was all over the place, and I think I missed a gate here in the beginning. This course is big too. I think I ran like a 79-second run, but I'm not sure. I'll check after the fact. But yeah, I was all over the place though. Like, I was just like, it's very big, and I had a hard time like figuring out where I was going. But it's fun though, that's for sure.
Also goes a half second faster with 77 and 77.9. So we went to
good today. Part of that was the whole course, and I mean the entire course was just one big corner. There was no straightaways. There was like 2 slaloms, but otherwise you were always in the corner. And for some reason, as the day went on, I just had less and less grip, and I don't know why. But I really just need to work on not being in the throttle so much. I did all right. I DNF'd twice out of 5 runs. That's the other thing, is we only got 5 runs, but it's a bigger course. All right, the other thing I almost forgot to mention, we now have this weird clutch issue that just came on now after the event. I was sitting in the parking lot, and when the car is idling in neutral with the clutch out, it's got this very obnoxious rattle sound. But once I push the clutch in, it goes away. So I'm hoping it's a clutch issue. I'm hoping it's not the input shaft on the transmission or something. But I also really don't care to deal with it right now. It's not quite like winter yet, but it's gonna be soon. It's the middle of November. So I'm hoping I can ride it out till spring, but we'll see. I have no idea what it would be. If you have any idea, comment down below. But yeah.